Hello everyone, this is Gleb Bakhmutov, and today I'll show one of the commands from my cy.map plugin. This is a useful command that allows you to collect results of Cypress actions that you perform on an array or a set of elements. Here's one example. Let's say we have a username input field, and if we enter, let's say, a very short string, it should show a warning. If you enter a long input, it shows another warning. If you enter maybe one of the reserved usernames, it should show a third type of warning. So usually you would write 3 different tests, but we can write something very simple by noticing that we can just iterate over particular types of usernames, and we have a list of expected warnings. And so the way we would do this is we could say, okay, wrap all the usernames and then use the map chain. This comes from Cypress map command, and you get the username because the subject is an array, and so you get each item in an array. In this case, it's a string. And you find the input, you clear the previous value if any, you type the username, and then the most important thing, you can yield the value from the page. Okay, so you perform some Cypress commands and you yield a value. And what you get from @mapChain is another array of all the results. So let's see if those results are equals to warnings. Okay, so what do we have? It shows we don't have a username field because it's not the name, it's an ID username, and it's not a warning, it's the result. Okay, so Copilot sometimes doesn't know our selectors. Notice we perform actions for each input string, we collect the results text, and then we produce a single array of warnings, and we can confirm all of them. So @mapChain is useful if you want to perform multiple Cypress commands and collect the results. So here we iterated over data. We can also do something for elements on the page. So in this case, we have multiple buttons. If I click on each button, it randomly shows a number. So let's say we want to confirm that every number is between like 0 and 10. So we can get all the buttons, and then we can say @mapChain, and you get a button. In this case, it's just HTML, I think, button element, let's say. Okay. And if we want to do something with a button, we can maybe wrap it so we can perform other Cypress commands. And notice wrap on this button, clicked, right? And now we want to collect the shown numbers. Again, I think the result, invoke, let's say text, and the number appears really quickly, so we don't have to check if it's there already. We can say then number, and we can return this, and we can say should be an array, for example. Okay, we see the collected numbers, and we can say each maybe expect to be within 0 and 10. Now that's great. One other point is that @mapChain understands the subject the Cypress command yields. You don't even have to return. It will automatically get whatever the very last Cypress command yields inside the @mapChain callback. All right. This was an example from Cypress Map plugin. It has lots of useful query commands that I've written that allows me to write simpler Cypress tests.